Hello, SimWorld. Welcome to another segment of the Court Journal. We got a change of locations. This is the new scenery. I'm gonna try to get it better here soon for y'all. I'm sorry about this, but it's okay. We got another segment, and the Court Journal is still rolling, baby. Quote of the day: just try to keep a positive outlook on everything that's going on. You know, some things may be bad, but if you could find a way to have positive thinking and keep a positive mindset, it'll all work out for the best for you. Okay, let's get it. Welcome back to the Court Journal, y'all. Welcome back. You know, it's always a pleasure. But today, the Court Journal, you know, we're going to focus on the prep scene a little bit. We're going to give boys, we're going to focus on the prep scene and see what's talking about these young stars. And we're going to start off with the Last Dance champions, right? The Bay Area Breakers. Man, they won it. It came down to the very final seconds. They proved that they were the champions, that they were led by Coach Dre Pope in an impressive run in the Last Dance, man. Like, just think about it. Who would ever predicted a 13 seed win the Last Dance championship? Not me, right? But you just gotta give credit, and you know, that just goes to show, like, every time you step on the court, you gotta bring your 100% or you're gonna lose. And this team showed that. I mean, how impressive is it to go into every game knowing that you're the lower seed, especially these last couple games, like the Elite Eight, Final Four type of games, championship games. Like, you're going into these games as the lower seed. Everybody's looking for you to lose, and you show up, show out, and win every game and be the champion. You got to give credit where credit is due here. The Bay Area Breakers are the champs, and they played like it. I mean, it's most deserving. Shout out to Coach Dre Pope and the crew. Bay Area Breakers, the champs. Continuing with the prep scene coming up, you know, got to talk about it, right? It's only right. These young men just had a phenomenal prep season, and I'm not surprised by any name on this list on why they got invited to the Stars of Tomorrow game. And you know, I got my book right here. You know, that's why I keep looking down. I got to be able to, y'all know I keep my book with me. You know, I write everything down. But the Stars of Tomorrow game, you know, we got the Legacy versus Legend. Who y'all got winning? Who y'all got winning? Let me know. I'm gonna read out the rosters, and y'all can let me know right below in the thread. We're gonna start off with the Legacy. If I mess up your name, I'm telling you now, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry. I'm not the best with names. I'm gonna try to pronounce everybody's name correctly, but you on this list for a reason. You're a hooper. You're not a person that correct names, all right? But if you want to tell me on your own time, let me know. I'll never mispronounce it again. But for the time being, I'm sorry if I mispronounce your name. I'm just trying to give you a little recognition on the phenomenal season you had, okay? We're going to start off with the Legacy. And our head coach is Ganino Dominguez. Congrats, Coach Dominguez. And this starting five, we got Ali Cortez, Azunda Mazaka, Bajarni Johnson, Trey DeRozan, and Jake Lee. That's a solid starting lineup for the Legacy right there. Big time lineup. Coming off the bench, they got Almighty Soul, Brandon Crawford, DJ Amir, Jay Midoriya, Pablo Guzman. Really solid squad. Legacy got, man. They got a lot of talent on there. All these players have phenomenal seasons. But not to be outdone, on the other side, you got the Legends. And who's going to lead them? Head coach is going to be Treese Williams. Congrats, Coach Williams, on being the coach of the Legend. And in their starting five, they got Ty Merca, LaJorian Tompkins, Kai Killens, Monte Parson, and Nick Brewer. I think that's right. Yep, Nick Brewer finishing off that starting lineup for them. Again, another talented starting lineup. And I just, you know, I kept up with prep, but I got more into it when I was calling the Last Dance. And man, they got some phenomenal players on this list. But let's get to the bench of the Legend. We got Abdul Salamanaka. We got Brett Backer. We got Emil Griffin. And this is the name they give me. We got Colin Minik Jokic. I hope I said that right. If I didn't say that right, I'm sorry. I tried my best. And last but not least, certainly not least, is Tyrade Bush. Again, 2 star-studded teams in the Stars of Tomorrow game, and I'm definitely gonna be in tune for that. But let me know who you think gonna win. Let me know who you think gonna show up and show out in this game. It's a lot of stars, it's a lot of talent, you know. The cream always rises to the top, so who you gonna with? Who's gonna be the best player in the Stars of Tomorrow game? And then the last thing I want to touch on about prep, right? It's been a lot of stuff going on ever since the last day. Even before the last dance ended, we seen coaches getting fired. We seen coaches getting hired. I want to know this. Which coach is ready to take that next step to SimWorld U? Who's ready to take on that next big role? You let me know in the thread. Welcome to the offensive segment of this episode of the Court General, and today we're going over the split action. I'm going to get into a little bit of detail, show you a couple things out of split action. And split action is real simple. We're only going to draw 3 people on the board for this one. We're going to have a guard. He's going to be bringing the ball down the court. We have a man in transition. Let's say we have 2 people in transition. This is all gonna be out of transition. They run on the same side. And most coaches will push this man through, right? They would just tell him, go over there, run. Not me. I like to get into something called the split action. And that's when these 2 play together. These 2 right here. 1, 2, that's when they play together, right? So split action is when these 2 come together. He maybe go set a screen. He come off. You know, something in that nature, but these 2 are going to be using each other to get each other open. That's what split action is. That's all it is, right? And I'm going to give you a few options out of split action. It could be a call. It could be out of transition. It could be set up for anything. But let's say you have small guards, or let's say you're playing against small guards, right? And you have bigger guards, and you want to get when you want to get your guards in the post. This is a split action is a great action to get your guard right to the post. Easy, simple against a smaller guard, and you have a lot of space and a lot of time. So we got the point guard here. We got our 2 big guards right here, and we got the 2 small guards guarding them, right? And let's just go split. Go get them, right? Screen the little guard. If they switch, they switch. They're both small guards. If they don't switch, he's going to fight through. But we're telling him, we want you to curl. We want you to curl off that screen straight to the block. And then after you screen, we want you to pop out, receive, and then give the ball to the mismatch in the post. Okay? That's real simple. Let me draw it up what it's going to look like at the end. So at the end of this, they did all the split action, right? Man popped off who set the screen. They got a guard in the post. Little man. Give him the ball. Tell him to work out. That's how the split action, right? All other people on the court gonna be over here somewhere. Over here, spacing the floor. Right? That's if you want to get a post up. Another thing, if you want to, if it's quick and you need a 3-pointer, let's say you got a shooter, split action. We're coming down in transition. Both people run on the same side, both shooters, right? Come get him on a flare. That's it. Just come right off. He's going to throw that pass right over the top, corner 3. Right there, right? And after he sets this screen right here, he's diving. He could be open, right? He can absolutely be open. The defenders can get confused on this screen. They both can go with the shooter. And that leaves him wide open, right? Or they both can go with the roller. They both can go with the slip guy. He can slip out of there, and that leaves the shooter wide open. So it's a read and react for this point guard, and this is causing confusion for the defense on the split game, right? Split game is really cool. I mean, you could do so many things out of it. That's why the SWBA likes to run, and I think I see some SimWorld U programs starting to get into it a little bit more. It just causes chaos and confusion, but it's for the defense, but it's controlled chaos for the offense. One I really like that I run for Sniper J is here's what we do. I'll be the second runner usually, or no, I'll be Yeah, I'll be the second runner, and I'll go down and set the screen, and I'll have him curl off and then screen my man so I could pop back for the three-pointer, right? So my man's gonna be right here getting screened, and his man's gonna be chasing him off. So now they're both, so like they're right here. My man's getting screened. He doesn't know what's going on. He's just chasing his man like he's supposed to. Next thing you know, I pop back for a wide open three-pointer. And here's how it's gonna look at the end. This is one of my favorite ones. So we have the man coming off the curl. His man is right behind him, trailing him. This is my man who he is screening. So I can pop back after I set the screen. So I started with this screen and I just popped straight back. Now he could throw me the ball and it's a wide open three-pointer. Very simple stuff, right? Very simple. One last thing I'm gonna give y'all, and then we're gonna get up out of here. And this is the most simplest thing of all, right? He can go set the screen, get in the split action, and he comes, fakes, backdoor. Boom. Right? Simple. Simple. His man get anxious, plays over the top, gets him one step above, gets him clipped by the screen, backdoor, dunk. Or, right? It's the same thing, real simple. Split action. So many options. Like you could draw so much up from this. Split action, right? He goes and set it. He sees his man on this top side right here, getting ready to switch. This man's right here, slip. There's no need. Once you see that your man is not between you and the rim, go to the rim and make the layup. It's extremely simple. Easy basketball. It's easy reads for the point guard. It's easy reads for the people in the split game. Split games are very effective if you use it correctly and you use it to create mismatches and create havoc on offense. Thank you. Hashtag see the game, be the game. Peace.